So I'm walking back from the Monolith one day.
That's how Jim Morrison died.
Told ya.
He can eat all the hate chicken he wants.
Did you go to creationist school like I did?
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
Oh,
I don't understand. I don't understand the panting.
You don't. It's part of the rhythm. You don't do that. You don't
No.
do like when you sing a song. You don't do like all the little parts in between.
I don't pant on every beat. No, I do not. No,
Okay.
They're assumed. It's an assumed beat. I don't need to make it with my panting noises.
So how would you do the OEO?
Just like that, but without the... That's unnecessary.
I mean, maybe this is why you don't play drums. You got to fill that space. Man.
Maybe that's
You gotta
why.
fill that space.
I'm okay with it. If to be a drummer, I have to start panting in between noises, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I'll stick with what I can play.
You ever notice a lot of the great jazz players will like sing the notes that they're playing while they're playing them? Like you'll see like a bass player's going boom, boom, boom.
Oh yeah.
And then with their mouth, you see their mouth going. And like people like Thelonious Monk will literally like, and it spill. He's doing it so loud it spills over onto the recording. Have you ever heard that before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And trumpeters
Are
just like humming along with their notes while they play the trumpet.
Same thing with the trombone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tubaists. Tubaists.
Tubonists?
No, tubaists.
Is that how that really is?
No.
No.
Probably not.
Just like a flutist is a flautist?
Yeah.
Flautist.
There are flutists.
Flutists. Mm-hmm. It's really hard to say.
I was a trumpetist.
You are a trumpetist.
Yeah.
And now you're a trumpetist.
Yes.
What do you call a female trumpeter?
A trumpeter.
A trumpeter. A small female trumpet is a trumpetera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your dog.
A masculinodon.
Your dog is just laying here aside our table dead.
She'll be asleep in no
Just
time.
dead.
She does that.
Yeah.
She dies, and she's a Lazarus dog.
Nothing wrong with that.
So Scott Ackerman retweeted something you said?
Mm-hmm. By the way, welcome to Sushi Jackknife.
By the way, welcome to Sushi Jackknife. This is episode 25.
25?
25.
25.
25.
Do you remember when you were 25, like, 15, 20 years ago?
Do I remember when I was 25?
Yeah, like...
Sure.
Like decades ago?
Yeah.
It was right after the Great Depression.
I was recovering from the Great... You're talking about my Great Depression, not the Great Depression.
No, I'm talking about the Great Depression.
They
coincided.
They did happen concurrently. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it was a hard time for everybody, Nathan.
Right.
I was in the Dust Bowl.
Yeah. All your crops just gone.
Yep.
Wouldn't grow. Wouldn't grow at all.
I was growing buckwheat like a madman until 1930. And then it fell out.
What do you do with buckwheat?
You make it into crepes.
That's it?
Yeah, I wasn't
That's the only thing you do with buckwheat?
I wasn't very profitable. I had a French market going, but with the tariffs and all that, it was difficult to turn a profit. My children were very thin.
Speaking of crepes, Everett at work today.
Yeah.
I said something. Okay, so he was making a big deal about the number of restaurants he lives near.
In a positive way or a negative way?
No, very positive.
Okay.
Now, they're all like Zaxby's, like fast food restaurants. So
he's in a prime location, right near all the fast food.
Right. Chick-fil-A. He can go.
So he's off a highway exit, is what you're saying.
He can eat all the hate chicken he wants. Just Chick-fil-A's right down the road.
Yes.
I was saying that we live near a crepe place.
Yeah.
Red Bicycle.
Red Bicycle.
And he said, "What's a crepe?" And I said, like a crepe, it's like a thin pancake. Oh, I don't like those, is what he said. Does any... First off, I don't know how you don't like them and don't know what they are at the same time.
That doesn't make any sense.
Secondly, how can anyone dislike a crepe.
Right.
That's like disliking bread.
Yeah,
you can dislike
exactly.
the ingredients on the bread.
Sure, I guess. Like seeds and things atop the bread?
No,
you
I mean just like a sandwich.
Oh,
if you get a sandwich, people aren't saying they're going, this bread's awful.
Right.
Most of the time, they're going to complain about what's on the sandwich.
Absolutely.
If you're complaining about crepe, you can't knock all crepes in general.
Right. And I would want to know if he was into pancakes, because they're in the family. They're not the same.
They're cousins.
They're
second cousins.
I would say the crepe is superior, actually, to pancake.
I wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah.
I love crepes. They're really good.
I think that they are on par with each other.
Yeah.
The one thing crepes have going for them,
okay.
you can get that savory. No one wants a savory
That's what I'm talking
pancake.
about. And that's where the buckwheat comes in.
Right.
It goes into the crepe.
So
Savory
that's what crepes have going for them that pancakes don't.
Is they can be savory.
Right.
Right. You
don't
can't
want a
really
savory
have
pancake.
a savory pancake, no.
That'd be gross.
Yeah.
I guess you got potato pancakes.
Yeah, but that's not really
It's
the
its own
same
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole other thing. Yeah. I'm not surprised he doesn't know what they are.
Well, I'm never surprised by anything he says at this point.
Everett is sort of your case study.
Yeah, I'm more surprised when he does know what something is than when he doesn't know
Right.
what it is.
Right. I made crepes this weekend, actually, and they were quite good.
Yeah, thanks for bringing me one.
Well, I would never make crepes for you.
I know.
Yeah.
What'd you put in them?
Nothing. Not a thing, actually. Butter and sugar, and they were delicious. Just a basic crepe. That's all I had around. I just had the...
You don't have eggs?
Oh, in
the crepe?
To stuff the crepe?
Yeah.
I didn't stuff with anything. No, I kept them real basic. Nice and sweet and buttery.
You just made thin pancakes then.
No, I made crepes.
You just made real thin pancakes.
The recipe is different. 2 eggs, a cup of flour, half a cup of sugar.
So far, right on par with a pancake.
No, it's not. There's not
I
that
don't
much
know.
sugar in pancakes. How do you don't know?
Do you
don't
know?
Cook. Yeah, there's more flour in pancakes, less sugar, probably a similar amount of eggs. Mm-hmm. And the kicker with the crepes, though, is milk until liquidy.
But if you're making the crepe,
Yeah.
why not put something in the crepe?
Because I didn't have anything to put in it. I had enough ingredients to make crepes.
So
and
this was a
that
half-baked idea here.
No, this was a survival. This was, I want something for breakfast. What do I have?
You guys don't have oatmeal or
No,
cereal?
Not that day. We
yogurt?
didn't. It got bad.
Granola?
It got real bad.
You guys should go to the grocery store.
I told you.
I'm concerned about
the
you guys.
Dust Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys, come to think of it, I don't ever see you really eating. Like, I mean, sometimes you'll have food, but I never see you guys eating. I don't know that you guys have groceries ever. I'm a little bit worried about
Oh,
you.
that's a good. Well,
I mean, do you guys have groceries?
do you want to bring me some?
Is your child going to starve?
Would you?
Your dog.
I think my dog might have.
Did your dog eat all the food?
She does do that. Now, that's why our cabinets are no longer on the bottom. We used to put our food in the bottom cabinets and like our cleaning supplies up top. And we just decided something very, very horrible just happened with my dog off mic. You don't want to hear about it. I'm sad that it's happening. Let's move on. So we used to put all of our food down on the bottom until we realized that she would break in with her nose.
Right.
She has a raptor-like nose, and then eat it all. And so,
So you'd rather she ate the cleaning supplies?
exactly. Yeah, that's probably why what just happened to her happened to her. Yeah.
So we have inherited a cat. Speaking of animals,
Another cat?
yeah,
You have 2
not on
cats now?
purpose.
Well, it's never on purpose.
It's our neighbor's cat.
And trash can neighbor?
No.
Neighbor to the other side?
No. Well, I don't know if we ever. I
Yeah.
told you that the trash can
cans are
neighbors
across the street.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's the neighbor to the. If you're in our house facing the street to the right,
Okay.
they have a cat. The cat just hangs out on our deck all the time now,
Oh,
just constantly.
right.
I don't know if they've noticed that their cat is gone.
Yeah, maybe they don't mind.
I don't know.
Is that what you're saying?
We now have a cat just living on.
It doesn't
our
come
deck.
inside. It's
No.
just strictly
No, it's
an
an
outside cat.
outdoor cat.
Okay, that's like half a cat then.
We don't feed the cat either. We're just like the cat's hangout zone.
You're providing a structure for it to lay on.
Right.
Yeah, essentially.
We have areas where the cat can just sprawl out,
Yeah.
and neighbor cat takes full advantage of this.
You know what is really scary? You ever go to the zoo
I was
and see a big cat sprawled out, and like a big cat, like a panther, and you're like seeing the muscles on that thing, and you're like, that thing, thank God for 3-inch glass. Like, that thing would tear my face off if it had any chance at all.
I could take it.
You could take it? You
Yeah,
could take
I'm
it.
not
You could
scared
take a
of it.
cougar?
Yeah.
Or a panther? Which would you rather fight, a cougar or a panther? Do you really know the difference?
Cougar.
Yeah?
Smaller.
Smaller than a panther?
Smaller than a panther.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure about that? Mm-hmm. Okay.
You want me to look it up?
Not really. Tiger or a lion? Which one?
Male lion or female lion?
They're both male. The tiger and
Lion.
You'd rather fight a lion than a tiger?
Yeah.
I'm with you
Male
there.
lions are lazy.
Yeah.
Female lions do the hunting. Male lions just lounge around.
And if I'm not mistaken, like, aren't most tigers live kind of solitary, right? For the most part?
I don't know about tigers.
I think they do. I don't know.
By the way, all of these facts are provided via the education about jungle cats that I received in 5th grade.
Right.
So, I know lions are lazy.
Yes.
Cougars are smaller than other big cats.
Right. I'm getting my information from the Big Cat Racial Slur Database.
That sounds
.org.
right.
Yeah.
Also curated by you, right?
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm in no way affiliated with the Racial Slur Database.org. But do go there if you have the chance.
Or don't.
Or don't. Let us go there for you.
There's really nothing there for you. Let's be honest. I also know that cheetahs are fast. That's the third
That
fact.
is a fact.
That's my third large cat fact.
What large cat facts do I know? I know that a mountain lion is more like a big mountain cat.
Yeah.
It's not a lion size at all.
No.
They're rather small. I've seen them up close.
Yeah, they're pretty much cougar sized.
So we went to the zoo a few weeks ago, and there's one animal that I'm able to look at and tell people, like, I saw one in the wild and I was very close to it. Do you want to know what it is?
Peacock.
Actually, I have been pretty close to a peacock. We should loop back around to that story.
Okay.
But a rattlesnake. So, like an eastern diamondback rattlesnake.
Why? Why were you hanging around rattlesnakes?
Well, Nathan, I don't know if you know this about me, but I used to walk in the woods alone a lot.
That was a bad decision. That's how Jim Morrison died.
I was a child. That's how Jim Morrison died?
Okay.
No. Jim Morrison died in the bathtub.
Same thing.
Not at all the same
Yeah,
thing.
I have a lot of theories on how he died. One of them
I
is
feel like this is something I definitely want to unpack. But let me tell you my woods walking story. So this was like my hobby as a kid. And I mean, we lived in the freaking woods, like bears, deer, coyotes,
owls.
Squirrels, all that kind of stuff. So I would walk around.
Chipmunks?
Probably.
Rabbits.
Pretty terrifying to see a rabbit up close.
Understandable.
Yeah.
They do the little nose
that
wiggle
nose thing. Yeah. And
They think they're just so smug.
they turn their ears towards you.
Yeah, rabbits are just so smug, just walking through the woods.
Hippity hoppity hop. Yeah. So I'm walking one day, and I had this big rock I used to like to go sit on, right? Because this is what you do living in a rural place as a child. You go find a big rock to sit on in the woods. And I had a name for it. I called it the monolith.
You know what I would have called it?
What?
The big rock
Yeah.
in the woods.
Your answer is more descriptive.
I'm going to go sit on the big rock in the woods.
So I'm walking back from the monolith one day, and I hear like the leaves churning, like you ever hear someone play brushes like on a snare drum?
Yeah.
It sounded like that. It was like, and I'm probably about 6 or 7 feet, and I kind of can see what it is, and it's totally like the snake doing the thing they do where they like move their whole body in that like rhythmic way,
Right.
where they're like swirling in and
Just
out,
snaking about.
just snaking. Oh, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
I just like kind of like peered at it, you know, and then I walked as fast as I
You
could.
should have touched it.
Yeah, and then we could have never had this show, and that would have been better for the world.
Oh, hold on. You're assuming you touch the snake, you die. Just get some quick reflexes. Just touch it, run. Snakes aren't that fast.
Touch and run, touch and run, touch
I
and
learned
run.
that. No, I didn't learn that.
No,
anywhere.
you didn't learn that, did you? In school.
But I think you should be able to outrun a rattlesnake.
Outrun, yes, but not outrun.
Yeah, so touch it, run.
the strike of the rattlesnake.
Nah, I think
it
you
was
could do
already pissed off. Like
Well, what'd you do to it?
nothing.
The rock is the snake's rock, isn't it?
You know what? It might have been.
You were just hanging out on the snake's big rock in the woods.
Come to think of it, there could have been a fuckload of snakes in that rock, and I never knew. I used to sit there for hours.
It might have just been a big ball of snakes.
The rock itself.
Yeah. What did you do on a rock in the woods for hours?
I used my imagination.
This says more about you than anyone wanted to know.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Tell me your Jim Morrison theories.
No, I just every time I hear someone die, because we don't know how Jim Morrison died, really.
Well, I thought he threw up in his mouth in a bathtub.
We don't know what caused
and
it.
choked.
We don't know what caused it. There's a lot of mystery behind his death.
Well,
So
elaborate me.
Elaborate me. Whenever we run into something that's dangerous, I postulate that is probably how Jim Morrison died.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Anything in life.
So he was bitten by a rattlesnake in the woods.
Yeah.
And died.
That he went and sat on a big rock in the woods.
Yeah.
Because he was by himself.
Right.
Got bit by a rattlesnake. Died in a bathtub.
There was a bathtub in the woods. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Got it.
Would that be, honestly, the weirdest fact that came out of Jim Morrison's life?
No,
That he
no,
died
it
in a
wouldn't be.
bathtub in the woods?
No. That's believable.
I think people would just go, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I could see
Of
that.
course, no snake would bite him.
He's the lizard king.
He's the lizard
Right.
king. You don't bite the lizard king.
If a snake was to bite the lizard king, that would nullify the pact that lizards and snakes have had for millennia.
There would be all-out warfare.
All at war. Can you imagine? Can you
Oh,
imagine?
man.
It's lizards versus snakes.
My money is on the snakes. Lizards aren't too scary.
Yeah, no. I guess they could swarm a snake.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of lizards could be like, fuck you. You know what I mean? But snakes have that poison thing.
All the lizards got, I mean, like, they have Komodo dragon.
I was
That's all
gonna
they've
say-
got on their side.
That's their heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's the Babe Ruth of lizards.
all the like blue-tailed little lizards that you find outside, they're all out there. They're getting just screwed up.
Yeah.
Limbs are coming off. Tails are everywhere, twitching independently. They're trying to fight this eastern diamondback rattlesnake.
Right.
And big guy. And all these little lizards are like, they hear the drums. They hear the boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Now, who's...
boom, boom.
Two questions. Who's playing the drums?
Um,
And why do they insist on panting?
geckos play drums, and since they're cold-blooded, they have to breathe like that.
That's not a fact. My 5th grade teacher did not teach me that.
So
Therefore,
boom,
it is
boom,
not a fact.
boom, boom, and out comes the Komodo dragon, right? And here he's stepping up, and he's like,
Just destroying buildings as he walks by.
as he walks by. Yeah.
Ooh, lizards do have Godzilla. Yeah, I mean, there's not a snake equivalent to Godzilla.
Anaconda from the Anaconda movies.
Not the same.
Yeah, I think
Godzilla could take an anaconda.
Godzilla could take like a sea of
Because anacondas, are they poisonous?
No, they're like boa constrictors. They
Yeah.
just, yeah.
So, I mean, what's it going to do?
I think one...
Godzilla just picks it up, swings it like a lasso, throws it.
I think like one... Does Godzilla breathe fire? Am I getting that wrong? Does he have some other breath thing he does?
I'm sure he does.
He does something.
He can do whatever we want him to.
He's not real.
Just go out into the woods, sit on your giant rock, and imagine Godzilla doing whatever you want him to.
Go Godzilla.
He's in a metal band?
You know that song?
No.
Go Godzilla.
Why would I know that song?
Because you're a member of the culture.
What song is this?
I think it's called Godzilla.
By whom?
I don't know.
So
it's just go Godzilla. No?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
No bells?
Doesn't sound real.
Zero bells.
Sounds made up.
Well, it's possible.
It sounds slightly worse than a Nickelback song.
Dang. Oh, my friend texted me a great joke today. You want to hear this joke
about Nickelback?
It's not about Nickelback. It's
Can you change the punchline to be about Nickelback?
Nah, the setup is kind of specific.
Okay, go ahead.
Where do you find the worst band in the world? Where do you find the worst band in the world?
Wherever Nickelback is touring to.
Ding, but no.
Oh.
3 Doors Down.
Nah. Because Nickelback lives 3 doors down from this person. Yeah.
No. You're just not getting it.
3 Doors Down is not nearly as bad.
Agreed.
And not that they're good.
They're on the spectrum. They're right there. They're right there with them.
They may crack the bottom 200.
Right.
But I mean, they're definitely not bottom 10.
Right. I heard
because Nickelback is 8 of those.
Right. Every Nickelback single. It's just, yeah.
And Creed is the other 2.
I was going to say, this weekend I heard you made someone have to make the horrible decision of who do you prefer more, Nickelback or Creed?
Yeah.
And you made them say Creed because, of course, that's the only logical answer. It's the only answer for people with hearts.
Gun to your head.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to pick Creed, but that's really the only time anyone's picking Creed over anything.
Right. Exactly. Death.
Right.
Famine.
Now, if you threw at me, knowing how I feel about Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne or Creed.
Lil Wayne or Creed.
I gotta pick Lil Wayne.
Of course you do.
Yeah. Slightly better.
Of course.
Slightly.
Well.
Slight.
Nominally.
Like if it's 1 to 10, Creed is 1.
Creed is 1.
Lil Wayne's like 1.2.
Okay. I can accept all this.
Yeah.
I can accept it.
I should start rating everything 1 to 10.
With points in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So far this episode, 0.3.
Definitely. I'm with you.
Just go ahead and turn this off and go find a different podcast.
Yeah, there's a lot out there. Before we started tonight, I was listening to Talk Salad and Scrambled Eggs, the new Matt Myra, Kevin Smith podcast about Frasier.
Well, that doesn't sound interesting at all.
I think it sounds great.
About Frasier?
The show Frasier. They're going to watch the whole show.
I don't care that much about Frasier.
You might after you listen to the episode.
I started watching it on Netflix because I never watched Frasier as a kid.
You didn't see it at all?
Not one episode until I was an adult.
Right.
Which, to be fair, I would not have enjoyed it as a kid.
No, what child would enjoy it?
I worry about a kid that likes Frasier.
We were just, we were just talking about this with Seinfeld. Seinfeld's the same thing. You don't really get it as a kid.
Oh, I liked it as a kid.
I liked it too, but because I didn't understand it.
You got Kramer, who's a goofball.
Yeah.
Frasier, there's no goofball.
Nope.
There's just a bunch of pretentious people.
Right. But that's the joke, right?
Well, that's the joke, but as a child, you don't understand jokes about pretentious people because the most pretentious person you know is the kid at school that thinks his sneakers make him faster than everyone else.
Because they have the little blow-up thing on them.
Most pretentious kid.
I had those.
You were so pretentious.
I was, but I couldn't run worth a crap. I had asthma, so if I tried to run, I would just wheeze and fall over, and I was kind of a chubby kid, too.
Keeps you It keeps you down level with everyone else.
Yeah, I was way down. On the social ladder, Nathan, way down.
Well, it's because instead of spending time with people, you just went out into the woods, you found giant rocks, and just sat there for hours.
Needless to say, I still very much enjoy my time alone.
On rocks.
Yeah,
specifically on rocks.
Rocks are the best. Rocks are sort of perpetually cool, especially a woodland rock.
Yeah.
Like you sit on it.
If it's not in direct sun.
Right, well, it wouldn't be a woodland rock.
Right.
Yeah, because it's got all that shade happening, and I feel it's connected somehow deep within the earth where the coolness comes from.
That's not true.
Yeah, well,
it's
did you go to creationist school like I did?
No.
Okay, well, that's why you don't think that.
I went to public school. Although, to be fair, I went to public school in Kansas.
Which is basically creation
It's
school.
slightly above creationist school.
Yeah.
They go, and there's also this one theory called evolution. Anyway, moving on from there.
Do they gloss completely over it?
No, I had a good science teacher.
Okay.
He discussed it.
He was a social pariah.
Right.
But he discussed it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I lived in the very liberal part of Kansas. Which by that I mean moderate on the conservative side. That's as liberal as it gets there. So
kind of a Dixiecrat almost.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, my school, I had an amazing biology teacher in high school who taught us everything. He just taught us everything. We got to cut open a cat. Did you do that? Did you dissect a cat in high school?
No.
I dissected.
We did a fetal pig.
I did that too. I dissected so many things, Nathan.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
A worm, a frog, a fetal pig.
We just did the fetal pig.
And a cat. The cat was so disturbing, and this is 10th grade. My teacher comes in. We know this is going to happen, right? We're in the good biology class, and
good as in you're good at biology, or good as in we're the obedient biology class.
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Yeah, we may have actually been less obedient because we were like, hey, we're smart. I wasn't that great at biology. But anyway, we know this is coming. We know the day is coming when we have to dissect a cat. But seeing our teacher drag into the classroom double layer plastic bag full of dead cats was pretty horrible.
Now, were these preserved like the fetal pigs that you dissect?
Yeah.
It wasn't just like you had a biology teacher drive around the neighborhood, club a cat over the head, and put it in a bag, right?
If you got the cat with hair on it in the bag, you won a prize.
I don't feel like it was probably a very good prize. There's no way that's a good prize.
Yeah, and our teacher, he would just grin at you and go, blood. No, so they were the preserved cats, but it was horrible, Nathan. They looked like they had no hair, right? And they looked like they died in the most awful way because they all had the death grimace. Mm-hmm. They looked like they were screaming silently.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
And their claws were extended. It was awful. And we literally... I'm sorry. This is so graphic. We literally opened them up, and we cut out all of their organs away from their spinal column.
Right.
So all of the organs came out in this lump, and I imagine that's a lot what haggis looks like, except larger. And then we proceeded to dissect the organs from there. It was tough to get through, but because I was in the AP biology class, Nathan, I thought I had to take this seriously, right?
Right.
So many opportunities to do something really effed up in this situation, but I felt like Mr. Scientist Boy. So
haggis looks a lot better than that.
Oh yeah, haggis looks like ground beef on a plate.
I'd eat some haggis.
I thought it was contained within the stomach. And from what you just showed me, it looks like it's all ground up. Oh, that's nasty.
I'd eat it.
I wouldn't eat that.
Oh, come on.
Not with the parts.
Oh, come on.
Not with the casing on it. That looks gross.
What if you went to a taco truck right now?
Yeah.
Would you get tripe?
I've had tripe.
Okay. So you won't eat haggis, but you'll eat tripe.
I don't like the whole it's the present. Tripe doesn't look that different from ground beef when you eat it. It's all chipped up in little pieces.
If I show you that this is tripe,
I know what it starts out looking like.
Yeah,
but that's not how it looks when I get it.
It's essentially haggis, but Mexican style.
No,
yeah,
it's not the same thing.
Yeah,
it's not at all the same thing.
How is it not the same thing? Beef tripe.
It's tongue, right?
No,
that's la lingua.
Tripe is stomach lining.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did eat that. Yeah, I guess I never realized quite what it was. It's all about how it looks, man. The haggis is it looks like a blister bursting open with meat.
Yeah. All it is tripe stuffed with other stuff.
Yeah, I can't get behind it. It's all about, and it was good. I liked the tripe. It was okay.
Yeah, it's made from 3 chambers of a cow's stomach. The blanket flat smooth tripe comes from the rumen. The honeycomb and pocket tripe comes from the reticulum. And the book Bible leaf tripe comes from the omasum.
Who came up with these names for this meat?
I don't know.
These people have time.
If you ever run into reed tripe,
yeah,
it's less frequently seen because of its glandular tissue content.
What kind is that again?
Reed.
I hope I never run into that. But once again, being a vegetarian, for the most part,
50-50.
No, not 50-50.
50-50.
It keeps me away from these sorts of things. I don't have to worry about this.
Oh, man, I would eat some tripe right now.
There's no stomach in a stalk of celery.
If someone were to bring a big plate of tripe right here,
yeah,
I'd devour that.
You go down
on
it.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so... Or lingua.
Yeah, lingua's all right.
Any cow part that they put on a taco is good.
Anything
they put on a taco.
Okay, you mean traditionally anything that will go on a taco.
Any cow part that they put on a taco is good.
So you're not just gonna eat any cow part that happens to be on a taco. It needs to have...
I think most cow parts are eaten.
Yeah.
There's not a lot that...
Would you eat brains?
People eat cow brain.
Oh, I wouldn't eat that.
Yeah.
I couldn't get behind that. That's disturbing to even think about.
The head beef.
People
eat that. Yeah.
What do you mean head beef? Off their face?
Off the head.
Like the top of their head?
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah. People eat everything.
Given when you really stop and think about it, the whole thing is kind of screwy with eating critters.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, just the weird parts. There's just something about it to me. I can't. Hey.
Yeah, I think I'd try just about any meat. I think I would do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Would you eat a pig foot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Every time I see the pickled pig's feet,
yeah,
because we live in the South, and the South is disgusting. They're everywhere. Pickled pig... If you go to any gas station, you will find a pickled pig's foot.
Yeah.
Because we're in the South. It's terrible.
It's, we like pigs here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys like pigs too much.
We like pigs a lot.
I'd eat it. I'm tempted every time I see it. You would eat it, though. Yeah.
I would like to watch you do that.
Go get one.
Right now?
Right now, go.
I'm not going to do that.
I didn't figure you would.
The energy. Just not worth it.
Yeah, I'm an adventurous eater.
I can tell.
Any food that comes across my plate, as long as I know it won't kill me.
Right.
I will eat.
You'll try it.
Yeah.
Has foodie become a bad word at this point?
I think it has.
What happened? It's
par with hipster.
That's weird.
Because they became one and the same.
That doesn't feel that way to me, but...
No, it did, because the people who label themselves as foodies are all the people who go to the restaurant that is serving, only craft beer and has a bowling alley in it. Not that I have a specific place in mind where hipsters hang out.
Are you talking about Pinewood Social in Nashville?
Worst place ever.
You don't like that place?
Oh, have you been there?
Yeah, once. Yeah.
Okay, so...
I had a drink. I was 3 seats down from Jack White there. He couldn't see the look of anger on my face because I'm not a big fan.
But you don't like Jack White? We'll come back to that. We don't have time for that. I've been there twice.
Yeah.
The second time was for brunch. That was fine. Whatever. I'm not a brunch person, so there's not going to be a place that I love for brunch. So it was there.
By the way, if you didn't catch where we're talking about, it's a place called Pinewood Social in Nashville.
I'm about to trash them.
I know.
I'm about to trash them, and you shout out the name of them.
Well, yeah. That's what we're...
Their Twitter is...
Exactly. Their street address. I can tell you what the fuck's on their menu right now.
The first time we went... I did not want to go there. I want that on the record.
Okay.
Everything I had heard about it made it sound like a place I was going to hate.
Like what? Bring me into this, because when I heard about it, I thought it sounded intriguing.
When I hear someone say, "No, you have to go check out this restaurant. They have a bowling alley," I'm out immediately.
You're immediately out.
I want to hear, "You have to go to this restaurant. The food tastes good in your face." That's what I want to hear.
Well,
I do not want to hear about the recreational activities. I do not want to hear that there are board games off to the side that you can play. I don't want that in a restaurant.
Games?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
In a restaurant, that's not what I look for. That's
I'm
what I would
you.
look for in a gaming room.
Like, you know what this is, kind of? I'm just realizing. This is like hipster Dave & Buster's is what this place is.
More or less, yeah. They have bocce ball now.
I didn't know that.
They have a pool.
What? They have a pool?
They have a pool.
Not a pool table.
No.
A swimming pool.
I believe this to be the case. Wow. I have not checked it out myself because I do not plan on going back.
All right, that is an immediate turnoff. Food, to me, belongs nowhere near a swimming pool. So, yeah, there's a list of reasons not to like. Now, I didn't eat there. I just had a drink. Maybe 2 drinks there. Jen and I went out. This is like one of the first dates we went on after a while of after having our child. So we went out, and she wanted to try it. There's like a coffee bar in there, so you can go have coffee.
Yeah, because that's what you need in a restaurant. Is a coffee bar.
Yeah. It is. It's a huge place, right? It's very. It's like stations. You know, you've got coffee station. You have a big giant bar in the middle, which I liked the bar. The drink was okay. It wasn't great, but the atmosphere of the bar was cool. And then there's like tables around the sides, and if you go to the back, that's where the bowling alley is. So I don't know. It was an interesting place. I can't speak to the food because I didn't eat it.
Well, it's food. It's fine. But I just hate the place in general. The food doesn't matter at this point.
You hate the idea of like a hip activity center.
The first time we went, I show up, we go in, we want a table. They go, okay, table for 2. My wife and I go to our table.
Right.
Our table is a love seat with a coffee table in front of it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I'm 100% with you. Strike one. Big time. You want a real table.
Right.
You want a booth, for God's sakes.
Right. Number 2, I had to move Jenga to have table in front of me because there's just Jenga in the way.
And this wasn't like a waiting area? This is like where you're going to have dinner.
This is the table. This is the dining area.
That is appalling. I'm so with you.
And the table, too, it's not like a high coffee table.
Sure.
Where you could like, it was the height of my knees.
Right.
So, it's like eating at home.
Right.
But I'm paying to do it.
Like eating at home when you had a studio apartment. Yeah.
It's loud.
Right.
I don't like loud places because I'm an old man.
That's fine. I get it.
So, then the menu,
What did you have?
I got a cheeseburger because nothing on the menu looked good. Here, I've got the menu.
Okay, run it down.
So, first off...
this is great podcasting right now.
Yeah. I will continue to rant about this place until they take back all of the misdeeds they've done.
Which is never going to happen.
Right. So, entrees.
Right.
First off, I don't like to spend a lot of money when I go out to eat.
Sure.
This is an important thing. Unless it's something I really want to eat.
Right.
So, everywhere you go in Nashville, of course, they have the pork chop.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay $23 for a pork chop.
No, pork chops are great, but they're not that...
I don't even like them.
They're not worth that much.
I don't like them that much.
You ever had a stuffed pork chop in your
No,
life?
I don't like pork that much.
Ooh, it's good. Okay.
Is there still pork involved?
Oh, yeah.
I'm out.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm out.
I'm sorry.
Risotto, and it has radish and peas in it.
Risotto with radish and peas?
Now, I don't like peas, so
Yeah.
I'm out.
Okay.
Meatloaf. There's no world where I will pay $19 for meatloaf.
$19?
Yeah, I'm out. Fried catfish? No.
I like fried catfish.
I'm not going to pay $17 for fried catfish. Yeah.
All this food should be $10.
Right. Pot roast. Who goes to a restaurant and orders pot roast? No one. No one. That's who.
I might order pot roast.
Okay, how much would you pay for pot roast?
$10.
$21.
Oh, are you kidding?
Salmon.
Okay.
$26.
What?
Not going to get salmon.
What?
Fried half chicken. I don't want a fried half a chicken.
You want pieces of a chicken fried?
I don't even want fried chicken.
Okay.
It's not healthy.
It's delicious.
Something I can't even pronounce. Tagliatelle. I'm not going to order that because I don't know what that is. So that leaves one thing I can get: cheeseburger.
Yeah.
It was a cheeseburger.
How was the cheeseburger? It was
just fine.
Yeah.
It's
was
fine.
it like a cheeseburger at like your Applebee's or your Chili's or something like that? Like just a big...
Slightly better.
Okay. Just
Slightly better, but not much better.
Not much better.
Yeah.
Just like a large cheeseburger with a big bun. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I have to set this on the coffee table that's below my knees and lean forward every time I want a bite of it. I'm just rocking back and forth, back and forth.
You really had a bad experience. And your wife is probably fuming by this point.
Oh,
right?
no, she likes it.
Oh, she dug it.
Yeah.
She was cool with all this.
Well, yeah, she's a hipster.
My wife would not go for that. She would immediately ask for a table if they said us at something.
Well,
and I would be so happy she
have
did.
gotten one.
Because it was packed?
Yeah.
That's why you
because all
sat
the
there.
hipsters were there.
That's why you had to sit there.
Yeah, but still, it's not a table. You don't see people there if they ask. You go, we have a seating area that's silly looking over here if you're interested in silly looking seating areas.
Do you want to feel like less of a diner?
Right.
Do you want to feel like these people are better than you?
Yeah.
You can sit on the couch.
The music wasn't good. It was loud.
What kind of music were they doing?
It was like the electronic indie crap.
Okay.
You know,
so
you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
You know,
sure. You didn't care for it.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Suffice to say.
So, I guess what I'm trying to say is not to shout out any restaurant and tell them that they're terrible, but
Pinewood Social.
They're the worst.
Nashville, Tennessee.
They're the worst. I can't go to places where hipsters go.
Yeah.
And those are also the people who call themselves foodies.
See, I don't know.
I brought it back around to foodies.
Thank you, because I wanted to talk more about this. I don't know when this happened. I don't know when foodie became a bad. Because I remember, I in fact called myself one because I felt I used to be more of an adventurous eater in some ways, but honestly, adventurous coming where I'm from is like sushi because people think Italian food is weird where I'm from. Go figure. So, I always thought that was kind of a nice term. It was like a smiley term, but now it's a negative term.
It's
I'm really
a hipster
sad.
term.
I'm sad.
I mean, it's not a bad term.
Okay.
It's just on par with hipster.
Which has a negative connotation.
Particularly to me. I don't care for them. But it's all the people who go and they're like, well, this dish looks interesting.
Right.
It's a special kind of pimento and blah, 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 blah. And it's not really adventurous food.
Right.
It's just
a little different.
Yeah. It's like they made pimento, but they used, organic cheese or something. Like,
right. I had to be honest, when you said pimento, I was like, oh yeah.
Well, that's the South in you.
Yeah, it is. There's a burger you can get here in town that has pimento cheese, and it's great.
There are several burgers here in town you can get that have pimento cheese.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That's a big thing now.
I love it. It's delicious.
I bet you...
I'm all about it.
I bet you if you went to Pinewood Social...
Yeah.
Because they have pimento cheese.
Yeah, they probably
and they have a burger.
Yeah.
They'll do it.
I bet they do that for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could set it on the coffee table in front of you and just chow down.
It sounds like you had a really bad experience. I wouldn't write this place totally off.
I would.
Just based on your experience.
Bowling. Who wants bowling?
I had a decent drink. I had a good time. We talked to these two ladies who were in town for some... Listen.
I'm out already again.
We were at the bar. You talk at the bar.
No.
You don't talk at the bar?
No, I don't talk to strangers. I don't like strangers.
Okay, well, that's...
Stranger danger.
This sounds more and more like a personal issue.
No, I want to go to a quiet place without people talking to me. That's all I want.
We were sitting at the bar. If you're at the table, I get it. If you're at the bar, it's open.
Mm-mm.
If you want... Okay, I'm just saying. This is how I feel.
Well, you feel wrong.
We were now that I think about it, it was our anniversary that we went out. Yeah, it was our anniversary. So
you spent your anniversary talking to strangers instead of your wife.
Well, she was talking to them too. It was rather fun.
Unbelievable.
They started the conversation.
Unbelievable.
They were these two delightful middle-aged Midwestern kind of tipsy ladies whose husbands were in town for some sort of convention, and they wanted to just go out and have a good time. So they were delightful. Their kids were like our age, so we talked about that.
Yeah, that spells out a good time to me.
I'm sorry. Do you not get any pleasure from human interaction?
Very little. Very little.
This must be torturous for you. What we do weekly, end on end.
We went to... recently we went to a restaurant nearby.
Yeah.
That it was set up like an old diner.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
It's not that great.
Okay.
So we won't go into that.
Ugh. Near
but
here?
They kept, yeah. But they kept wanting to talk to me while I was there.
The staff?
Yeah.
Or okay.
And people eating.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it.
Sometimes you want to go where no one cares.
That I always want to go where no one cares. A good server to me. These are the two requirements to be a good server.
All right.
Doesn't let me run out of drink and never talks to me.
Wow.
That's all I want.
Wow.
That's all I want. I don't want to know where you're from. I don't want to know what you like to do. I also don't want to share with you where I'm from or what I like to do.
See, it totally depends on the I guess it totally depends on where I'm at, but generally I do want to know.
No, I don't care.
I'm into it. Mm-mm. Like I'm like let's have a little half-hour acquaintanceship.
Negative.
No.
Why? Why would I care?
Again, people. Just people. You're not interested in people?
If I'm eating with another person, that is the person that I'm there with. Why do I need to know about the stranger who is going to carry my food out and warn me that the plate is hot?
You don't need to, but it's nice.
Why?
Because.
I'm never going to see them again.
Because we're all connected. That's why.
Are we connected?
We are all connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are we connected to that person?
We are all connected.
How?
Because we're all connected.
See, I don't have
this is a core belief of mine that I don't think you share.
I don't have the whole spiritual all mankind is oneness.
It's not just mankind, it's everything. We're all connected.
Well, I mean,
universally.
That's nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
I mean, there's like the food chain.
Yeah, there's the food. That's one example of how we're all connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
No.
We are connected in the sense that ecosystems
let me ask you a question.
exist.
Let me ask you a question. And I think I know your answer to this. Do you ever look at your bowl of cereal in the morning
and eat it?
No. Well, yeah, you do that.
That's all I do with it.
Before you eat it, do you ever think about...
No.
Just let me finish my example.
I do not.
Do you ever...
I can just tell you for a fact. I'm going to say no.
Can I finish my example?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Do you ever look at it and think about how many people were involved in bringing that bowl of cereal to you?
No, why would I care?
That's the difference between you and me.
I don't care how many people were involved.
That's the gulf between your soul and my soul.
What if you found out there were 3?
I would want to know who they were. I'd be interested in their lives.
Why?
Just
their
because
lives.
We happen to interact in this really weird way of like, I am consuming the product that they helped make.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Everyone's consuming
You wouldn't
some
like
product.
your cereal a little bit. Well, I can think of examples where you would like your cereal less if you knew the people who were making it. But you might like your cereal a little bit more. You might enjoy it more if you knew where it came from.
Why?
Context.
I don't need context for my cereal. This is the context I need for my cereal. Man, it's morning. I am hungry. I'm going to go to work shortly. I will eat this now.
Maybe cereal's a bad example.
Okay, come up with another example.
Would you want to know?
Mm-hmm.
Would you want to know about the farm where the steak was raised?
Don't care.
You don't care.
Don't care.
You don't care at all. You don't even want to know the name of it.
Why would I want to know the name of it?
I'm just curious.
I'm not going to go to the farm.
No.
I'm not going to research the farm.
You're not?
No, why would I research the farm?
See, I might.
I know that they
I might.
provide me meat. That's all I need to know about the farm.
What people are you interested in?
None. None of the above.
Zero?
Yeah. Strangers, I do not care about. I've said many, many times in life, and I stand by this, I'm lucky I got married in college. Mm-hmm. Because I wouldn't meet anyone at this point, because I don't want to talk to anybody.
I'm kind of with you there.
I would end up having to marry a coworker or something, because they're the people I know.
You wouldn't go out, is what you're saying.
I'm forced into knowing them.
Right. You wouldn't go out to bars, for example, and try to meet girls.
Absolutely not.
No?
I would have to talk to them.
Yeah.
Listen to them.
You would, yeah.
I'd end up talking to some idiot. Inevitably, 1 out of 10 people you meet are dumb people.
Wow.
And you want out of that conversation.
Wow.
You know that's true. 1 out of 10. One out of 10 strangers you meet.
Oh, you're not saying 9 out of 10. You're saying 1 out of 10.
At the very least, 1 out of 10 strangers you meet will be so dumb and boring that you wish that conversation... You wish a meteor would come crashing into the earth to interrupt this conversation.
So that it could just end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1 out of 10.
I'll give you that.
At the very least.
Yes. I had a bad day today, so I might even push that to like 3 out of 10.
Oh, I would easily push it to 3 out of 10.
I was angry all day. I woke up angry. Do you ever wake up angry? I just woke up in a bad place.
I wake up disgruntled, but not angry.
You know that connectedness I was just talking about with the bowl of Raisin Bran?
Yeah, the bull honky that you're spewing at me?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
By the way,
nonsense?
By the way, for some reason, Raisin Bran seems to be the cereal I think about this connectedness the most with. Anyway, who knows? Maybe I ate a lot of Raisin Bran. In fact, I did. Today, everyone could have been dead except for the people I really care about.
Okay.
Because I just woke up so angry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where it comes from. That, and not to talk about my dreams again, because we just did this. I dream about crashing in an airplane almost every week.
See, that you need a therapist
I
if
know,
you're dreaming
I really
about
do.
Plane crashes weekly.
My wife said the same thing when I talked to her.
That's far too often.
I think I have a phobia, like a legitimate, real phobia. On. Okay.
I'm looking this up here.
Okay. I don't know why I woke up so angry today, though. And it continued. Like, I did stuff to get rid of the anger. Well, not get rid of it. I tried to relax. I meditated, for God's sakes, today. And it persisted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is that my phone? Is my phone making ghostly noises?
I think your phone is making ghostly noises, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to hold it over here.
Yeah, do that.
Okay, so, in your airplane dreams...
Right.
Is it just crashing? Does it ever fully crash?
Usually, that's a good question.
Are you a passenger?
Yeah, I'm always a passenger.
Well, that means you're giving control of your life and future to others.
Ooh. This came up in our tarot reading as well.
Business class, economy class, first class? Window seat?
I hate being in the window seat.
So you're on the aisle?
I'm usually on the aisle.
You're looking for an easy or quick way out of a situation.
Oh. Or
you may be considering walking down the aisle, which I think you've already done that.
That's a stretch, yeah. I'm usually, I guess I'm in what you would call economy class.
That's not a choice.
That's not a...
According to this website.
What was the choice? I'm in whatever regular class is.
Irrelevant.
Okay.
We've moved on.
Yeah.
According to dreamscloud.com...
This sounds reputable.
Yeah. I mean, it has a full .com web address.
Right. It's not a .net or a .info, for God's sake.
Dreaming of an airplane crashing may be a metaphor for some aspect of your life that is in danger of ending quickly and unexpectedly. Maybe an indication...
Like my life? Like my life could end unexpectedly?
No.
Okay.
An aspect of your...
An aspect of my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, you're so busy focusing on where your cereal came from, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Maybe an indication that your goals or ideals are too high and unattainable.
Oh, wow.
Or it may symbolize your self-doubt and lack of self-confidence in attaining these goals.
I have both of those things in spades.
But, well, there were 3.
All of those things in spades.
Okay.
High goals, low self-confidence. Yes, I have both of those.
And something that just unexpectedly will end.
That one I don't have so much.
Or do you?
Bum, bum, bum.
Sushi jackknife.
No. No. We're not nearly close enough.
See, you didn't expect that to happen.
Oh, you're right.
Now you have a fear of that happening. I'm just adding to it.
You could try to end this episode at any time. Oh, my God. You know, it could also be... I could also be just fucking terrified of airplanes, which is also true.
That wasn't a choice. Dreams Cloud did not say it could be a fear of airplanes.
Can we draft a letter to Dreams Cloud?
Yeah. Go ahead and write this down.
Okay. I got my la piece here.
Dear Dreams Cloud.
Dear Dreams Cloud.
Hello, how are you? I am doing well also.
Slow down. Okay.
My friend Justin is afraid of airplane crashes, and he has dreams about it. You say it's because of a fear of a bunch of different stuff. He says it's because he's scared of airplanes. I reckon that's because they're giant metal birds that you ride inside of. Makes no sense. Shouldn't be able to be in the sky. I don't like it.
Right.
My question to you is there a possibility
Yes.
that it is just an irrational fear of airplanes and not a fear of self-doubt or any of the other things you said? If it helps to know, he spends a lot of time concentrating on where his cereal came from. He spends hours a day on a rock in the woods just thinking about Raisin Bran and the many hands that may have touched it. The many, many unwashed hands. I look forward to your reply. Love, Nathan.
I drew some little hearts at the end as well. Mm-hmm. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, good.
When you think about the hands that have helped your cereal,
right,
are you ever focused on whether they properly washed?
You know, I try not to think
because that's
about
the
that.
only time I would be concerned about the hands.
I'm having a real "We Are the World" moment when I'm looking at my cereal. You know, I'm seeing the hands of the.
We wash our hands. That's one of the verses, right?
Yeah. After that, it says maybe sometimes.
They talk about very little fecal matter on their hands.
Right. And then the part after that is, there's an acceptable amount of rat hairs in a chocolate bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
We wash our hands. Mostly sometimes.
You know,
there is an acceptable amount
it's weird that no one talks about this
in
verse.
Your soup. Yeah.
It's weird that people just ignore this part of the song.
We wash the people. Sometimes we wash the people, then we touch your food.
Why would they wash people, then touch food?
Exactly.
They're scrubbing people and then scooping.
Immediately.
Grabbing handfuls of raisins for your Raisin Bran.
Yeah, and putting it in the bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I bet there's one person who thinks it's really funny, like just a really funny gag, to just put a raisin in his mouth and then just spit it in the box.
We'd never know.
Hey guys, check this out. Yeah.
How would we ever know?
I don't know. You've probably eaten dozens of spit raisins.
Dozens
of spit raisins.
Just like how they talk about how spiders will crawl in your mouth at night.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
They do.
They do.
They crawl in your mouth, just hang out for a little bit.
And then they crawl back out.
Why do you think your breath is bad in the morning?
That's right. Spiders
Spider breath.
smell terrible. Yeah. The same is true of the spit raisin.
Yeah.
You've eaten hundreds of them.
Hundreds.
Along with spiders.
And that's a conservative estimate.
It is. Well, we are a conservative show.
Well, absolutely we are.
Of course we are.
We have our conservative values.
Right. They are that pterodactyls are highly intelligent.
My conservative values are it's wrong to kill babies.
Right.
Unless it's infringing on my rights to bear arms.
Yeah.
If the baby says I can't bear arms, it's fine.
Or if a baby draws on you.
Right.
In your home.
Well, absolutely.
That's home protection.
Or if you think the baby's going to draw on you.
Right.
Like maybe, if the baby motions towards its diaper, it may have a gun in there.
Could be a flashlight, but it could be a gun. How am I supposed to know?
Exactly.
Yeah, especially if that baby's wearing a hoodie. It's hard to tell.
Baby hoodies. Are those a thing?
Buddies. Yeah, baby hoodies are a thing.
Those are a thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
It is.
I wish I'd come up with that.
Yeah.
I could sell millions of those.
The concept of baby hoodies?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many hands do you think have touched the average baby hoodie? We wash our hands.
By the way, you know what I loved about that?
What?
It did not get caught on the recording.
Yeah.
But I could actually hear crickets outside in that second right there.
Literal crickets.
Yeah, literal crickets outside.
Yeah, absolutely. So did you know Tesla? I've been reading this book.
Yeah.
Nikola Tesla?
Yeah.
I've been reading this book about
Nikola Tesla.
No, it's not about him, but it's about the this is like interstitial shit in the book.
So you know Mark Twain? Well, anyway, I was watching a Nicolas Cage movie.
Right. And flipping through a copy of Better Homes and Gardens.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nikola Tesla.
Yeah, is mentioned in this book. That's not about him. It's about the early days of radio, the creation of radio, the invention of radio. Okay, and its proliferation.
I'm familiar. Yes.
Yeah. So, I'm reading this book, and they happen to mention Tesla, right? And they mention really quickly some really interesting facts about Tesla. Now, you may or may not know this guy invented the alternating current power grid that we use, right? There was this big thing between him and Edison. Edison wanted direct current. Tesla's like, no, alternating current works a lot better.
And then they arm wrestled for it.
They did, and Nikola won.
Well, that's because Edison notoriously weak forearms.
Yeah, and he liked to wear sweater vests a lot.
It was very bad.
Yeah, he was terrible at arm wrestling. Had some kind of disease in his arm.
Yeah.
Anyway, so not only did Tesla do that and do a bunch of other crazy, amazing shit, right?
He made coils.
He did. He made the Tesla coil.
Yeah, he made coils.
Yeah, coils.
He's a coiler.
He had coils for goils.
Oh, yeah.
So he did a couple really interesting things. I'm going to give them to you in ascending order of craziness, okay?
Okay.
The first one, he was trying to, he had this whole thing about sending power through the air.
Yeah. Yes, I'm very familiar.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So he was trying to send power through the air in Colorado Springs.
It was a great idea in theory.
In theory. I mean, imagine an energy ray is what you're talking about, and then it'd be wireless power transfer, right?
Right.
So while trying to do this in Colorado Springs, he ended up destroying the power system of the entire town. Okay?
That seems right.
Yeah, that's something you would think, right? Going a step deeper into Tesla, he at one point in his life declared that he had received messages from another planet. Possibly Venus, possibly Mars. Who can be sure?
You know who has a theory on that?
Who?
Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
Right.
How much do you think he would freak out right now?
Tesla?
If he saw the phones that charge without having to be plugged in.
That just sit on the pad.
How much would he freak out right now?
I think he'd be like, told ya. Yeah. The third thing, and this is... Tesla believed that certain pigeons had telepathically given him an understanding of electrons, the world of electrons.
Well, I mean, pigeons are known for their knowledge of electrons. And that's a fact.
Is it?
That's science.
Did you learn that in fifth grade? Ben Zobrist hit a home run?
Yeah.
And he plays for?
The Royals.
Who are?
Unbelievable.
Nathan looks like he's going to walk away more than he ever has. Just literally walk off mic.
This is why I don't talk to people.
Right.
They all disappoint me.
So that's your Tesla minute for this episode. I don't know that we'll ever do that again, but
you know
that
what?
was interesting. Yeah.
I bet Tesla wore some good hats.
You think he did?
He seems like a hat guy.
I think he might have not worn hats so he could more easily receive messages.
No. I bet he was a hat guy.
Think he was a hat guy?
Yeah.
Top hat?
No, not top hat.
Bowler?
I could see a bowler.
Yeah, I could see a bowler.
A Tesla bowler.
Tesla bowler.
Are there baby bowlers?
Oh, if not, there should be.
Baby bowlers with a baby hoodie?
Yeah. That's maybe too much.
No,
you don't think so?
Get
Is that cute overload?
No, get that baby hipster-fied.
You could.
That seems like a hipster idea.
Oh, I can't wait till bowlers come back, and then I won't wear one.
You know, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. Put them on babies, and then see if they don't go on 20-year-olds.
I do. Speaking of hats,
right?
Want an old man hat.
Which is?
Like just a hat old men wear. Like think of any old man you've ever seen on TV.
Like one of those flat hats?
Yeah.
Like I have?
I don't know what.
Like it kind of looks like a golf hat, but it's not.
No, not those.
Not those.
No. With the brim.
It's got a brim.
Yeah. Brim all the way around. Just an old man hat.
Oh, like a fedora?
No, not quite a fedora.
Not quite a fedora.
Yeah.
Like a
Different
relaxed fedora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want one of those.
They're not a fishing hat with the floppy ring around.
No. I'm realizing I'm basically an 80-year-old.
Okay.
At this point.
Well, it's good to accept yourself.
The other day, my joints hurt.
Oh.
My joints were hurting. I whined about my joints hurting. That's an old man activity right there.
Or you have gout.
Well, I mean, it could be my old man gout.
It could be.
Every time anything happens, because I spend so much time on WebMD, I tell my wife that it's because of my multiple sclerosis.
Oh,
because WebMD, I think now 5 times has suggested that is like everything I type in. It's like, oh, you could have a pinched nerve or multiple sclerosis. So
I'm glad you brought this up because I actually had written down for tonight to check in with you about your hypochondria.
Yeah,
how's it going?
Well, I mean, I have multiple sclerosis.
Rate it from a 1 to 10. How is your hypochondria?
That's a hard question.
Okay.
1, what is the scale? Like 1 being it's very minimal.
Yeah.
10
is like I can hardly leave the house. I have so many diseases.
Average 5.
You're okay.
We'll say that's average.
But your average is higher probably than most people.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is my scale.
Hypochondria.
I'm not comparing my scale to other people. I don't care about other people. Just me.
Well, nothing has been more clear than that.
Yeah. This is not hypochondria.
Okay.
By the way, I because I spend all day on a computer.
Right.
I'm starting to get carpal tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
So I have started wearing a wrist brace at home in the evenings.
Oh.
Because I'm an old man and I have to take care of my joints. My carpals are acting up.
Your carpals?
Yeah.
Your carpals.
Carpals just moving left and right.
They keep tunneling.
Yep.
I don't really understand what that is.
What, carpals or tunnels?
The carpal tunnels. Like, I don't know what it is. Carpals are bones, right?
Yeah. You got the carpals, you got the metacarpals. They're the little tiny bones in the wrist.
Is that like the large metallic version of a carpal?
It's
like a robot.
When the carpals all come together to form one gigantic carpal.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the metacarpal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here to protect the universe.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So what happens when you have carpal tunnel? Because I Google. I know this.
So I've seen.
What happens is a nerve. Yeah? Basically, there's swelling around the nerve.
Oh.
So it starts affecting, especially like the range of motion in your ring and pinky finger.
Okay.
Because those are connected. In case you haven't ever looked at a hand, like the anatomy of a hand, those are connected to one thing.
Well, given all my vision questing about the hands and my cereal,
all the other fingers are their own thing.
Right.
But these two, they join together. They should be your favorite fingers because you want everything to be, combined and united.
Right.
And they
in fact,
actually
they are.
quite literally are.
Right.
So, anyway.
No, I don't want everything to be combined and united.
You do.
I recognize that everything is combined and united.
Connected
was the word that I use, which is a better word than combined or united.
No, it's not.
Connected.
Here's the thing.
Okay. All right.
Everything is connected. However, you are drifting into the everything is spiritually connected on a plane.
No.
You're getting there.
No.
That's what it sounds like.
It's not what it is.
And what it is everything's connected in the sense that I am connected to a cow because I will eat it.
Or like physics.
I'm not connected to a cow through physics.
Sure you are.
How?
Because you share some of the same fundamental...
That's not physics.
Well, it is. It is. I mean, it's all... I mean, we literally are all made up of the same stuff.
That's not physics.
Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah. We're all made
that's biology.
You know that Moby song where he's like, we are all made of stars?
Yes.
It's true.
Well, that would be astronomy.
Right, which is heavily connected to physics.
No, physics is like, hey, if I throw this at 85 miles an hour, how far will it travel?
Quantum physics, Nathan. Quantum physics. Come on.
Still not.
Give it the program.
Still not the same
thing. You're
not
throwing electrons or subatomic Higgs bosons. You're not throwing those. No one gives a fuck if you throw those.
But you're talking biological makeup of.
Yeah, which if you go farther down it's all physics. Everything is physics.
Okay, well we're not all connected. We're all just a bunch of different atoms that are traveling along by ourselves then.
But we are connected because we all came from the same stuff.
I don't share atoms with cows. They have their atoms, I have my atoms. Not connected. If we exchanged atoms, then we'd be connected. I don't exchange atoms. I keep my atoms to myself.
You eat the cow.
No, I just take their atoms and make them mine until...
You're saying it's not a two-way street?
Until I poop them out.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is also part of the connection.
It is... No, it is not.
It completes the cycle, Nathan.
No. Stop this weird poetry version of the world that you have.
It's the real world, Nathan.
It is not...
the real world.
It is not the real world. It's this idealized... fairy tale land you have.
No, I mean...
where everything is connected and we're all one. We're not one. We're a bunch of different things.
That are, in fact, one.
Not one. Not one at all. So you are one with the table right now.
In some fundamental way, yeah.
How? How?
I wish God had made me a better debater, because I have a lot of opinions and I can never really back them up. That's why I lose all the arguments in my marriage.
If God had made you a better debater, he probably would have first thing told you not to debate on whether everything is connected into one being.
God would tell me that.
Yeah,
God would be like, "Hey, just you know,
just FYI."
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard the creation story. Like separate days, it wasn't all one thing. I didn't just go poof. I went like, hey, animals.
And then I'd be like, well, God, I know that you didn't do it in 7 days. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And he would go, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. There would be no argument there. We would agree on that point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How weird would it be in this scenario?
Uh-huh.
If God kept insisting that it was 6 days of creation, like literal 6 days, and it was, you know how when you are talking to someone and they're just messing with you a little bit.
Oh yeah, they just keep. You do this to me all the time. Yeah.
Imagine trying to talk to God,
right?
And he's doing that about creation to you. No, it was 6 days. Yeah, no, I was 6.
There's no way, God.
Yeah, no, it was 6 days. It was 6 days.
You admitted to me that time we were at that bar.
24-hour periods.
You admitted to me that evolution was real. You admitted to me that it took billions of years.
Nah. 6 days.
Was it 6 days to you, and you're on a different time thing than we are?
6 calendar days. November 1st through 7th.
Year 0. 6 Gregorian calendar days that was come up with sometime in.
How do you think Pope Gregory got the idea? I was like, hey, back when I was creating the Earth, use this one calendar. Maybe you should try this calendar out, Gregory. Check this one out.
God, I have to tell you, you're reminding me a lot of the dude right now. Wouldn't it be awesome if you got to heaven and like, well, first of all, wouldn't it be awesome that heaven was real? Second of all, wouldn't it be great if when you got there,
everything was made up of just one big uniting force?
Well, that part is true. That is real. But what I'm getting at is, wouldn't it be great if you got up there and it turned out that God was the dude?
No, I wouldn't like that.
You wouldn't like that?
No, I wouldn't like that.
The dude abides.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I need, like, if you got up there, and found out God was a stoner. I don't know that
it would be disappointing to you.
I feel like you'd have to question everything that happened in life.
Yeah. That is a good point.
You'd have to be like, I mean, there were hurricanes. Were you just like for a little bit? Just
Did you pass out?
What happened there?
Did you release
bunch of edibles?
Right.
Is that how that happened?
You run out of top shelf and you went for bargain vodka and your White Russian.
What happened there? Yeah. I would not be okay with that.
You wouldn't be okay with it.
No.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, back to you thinking everything is connected.
This seems to be a theme for this evening.
DVDs behind you.
Yeah.
How are you connected to those? Go.
Well, they are, okay, here we go. Like 800 degrees of connection, right? I bought those DVDs.
Right.
Prior to that, a bunch of people made those movies.
Okay.
I am also a people. After the making of the movies, but prior to my buying them, they were manufactured and packaged and shipped by people.
Right.
We're all people, man.
Okay.
We're all people. And the DVD, literally connected to the DVDs, I don't know what DVDs are made out of, but I think some sort of plastic, which was taken from the earth as oil, because plastic's made from petroleum products by people. And oil is just rotted dinosaurs who are our evolutionary predecessors. In a way, and if they hadn't all died, we wouldn't have rose to prominence as a species because they would have ate us. / we would have never existed.
It's such a stretch.
It's not a stretch.
It's such a stretch.
It's all connected.
You had to go back to prehistoric times to connect yourself to those DVDs.
Okay, admittedly, I'm not a good debater.
And also, final thought on the people.
Yeah.
It was all touched by separate individual people you will never meet and you are not in any way really affiliated with. In any way.
I think this is one of those places where we have to agree to disagree. I really do. I think this is a core difference between you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right and you're wrong.
No.
That's the main core difference here.
No, that's not. No. You're just not getting it.
I get it.
No, you don't get it.
Yeah.
If you got it, you would get it.
No, I get it. Gibberish, blah, 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 connected. Yeah, no, I understand. Yada, yada, yada. Man,
gibberish, blah, 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 connected.
I have been killing some Seinfeld at our house.
Great transition.
By the way.
Yeah, I've been watching it too. It's great. It's great.
I I've been making my wife watch all of these episodes because I've watched.
Have you watched the whole thing through at least once?
Episode, probably.
Yeah.
And she is not.
It's a fair estimation that you have. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, keeping in mind that my entire life, Seinfeld has been syndicated. I mean, like, I was 2 when it came on.
Right.
So by the time I'm of TV watching age, Seinfeld's syndicated.
Sure.
And it's been on every channel for at least 2 hours a day.
Every day. It's like The Simpsons.
Forever.
You've seen it all.
I haven't seen all The Simpsons.
There's a lot of Simpsons.
I haven't seen any of The Simpsons, hardly.
Really?
I didn't watch The Simpsons.
Were you not allowed to watch it as a child?
I wasn't allowed to watch it, and as an adult, I don't appreciate it.
Really? I could see that as a show
too
you
over
would
the top.
Huh.
Too much.
You're more of a subtle kind of guy.
Mm-hmm. If I had to pick an animated comedy, Bob's Burgers over The Simpsons.
I do like Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, it's better.
I don't know that it's better than The Simpsons, but it's good.
No, it's better.
I enjoy them both.
If I had to give them 1 to 10 ratings, Bob's Burgers, solid 9.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
You just insist about having an opinion on everything, don't you?
There are a lot of things I don't have an opinion on.
Such as?
I'll just make up an opinion.
Exactly.
No, I do not have an opinion on Adele.
Really?
The singer Adele.
Okay. All right.
She is talented.
That's an opinion. No, that's kind of a fact.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all you care about?
Is she good at what she does? Nah.
You don't
She's
know.
talented. She's a singer.
She does that thing.
She's British.
Yeah.
These are facts.
Those
I
are
state
all
facts about her.
Yes, okay.
I don't have an opinion on Pluto.
Oh, yeah. I don't have...
Nor do I care.
I care. I don't really...
Nah, I don't care.
I don't really have an opinion, but I do care.
Why do you care?
I think
what
it's
does it matter
interesting.
to you?
What, whether it's a planet or not?
Yeah.
It's not so much that as I care about it as just like that we just did that flyby. That I think was cool.
No, that's interesting.
Yeah, of course.
I'm talking about the whether it's a planet thing.
Oh,
there
yeah,
are still people very upset about
that.
this.
I don't care about.
It's been years.
Yeah,
let it go.
It doesn't matter.
The science people who went to school longer
it's still
than us.
a thing floating in space named Pluto.
Yeah,
they don't really care whether it's a planet or not.
There are actually a wide number of political issues I do not care about.
Such as.
For instance.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a good example here.
Okay.
You hear a lot of people debating whether revitalizing downtowns,
like city downtowns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is a great idea, or does it push the poorer people out further, and then all this
gentrification is what you're talking about? Yeah.
I don't care.
You don't care about
I don't
that?
care either way.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not? Just doesn't don't feel like it affects
you? It's a natural thing.
It happens,
if
is what you're saying?
If people want to buy buildings, they're going to buy buildings. If they don't want to buy buildings, they're not going to buy the buildings.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I guess I
mean, it's a bummer for the people who get knocked out by gentrification.
That is something I care about. That is something. It's a big issue in our city right now.
Yeah.
It's happening literally around us in the area that we live in.
Right.
Like literally around us.
Well, and you're part of it.
I am. I
contributed
to it. Yeah. We bought an old house, hipstered it up, and moved in.
Yeah.
And
so
we sure did.
You're pro gentrification.
I am not, but I participated in
See?
it on the other side. No, I know, I get it. Hey, it's all connected, man.
I don't care.
Yeah, I care. I don't want to see it happen. I want there to be opportunity for underused areas to have new businesses and new homes and stuff. But I also don't want it to push the people out who literally have nowhere else. Like they can't afford housing anywhere in the immediate area.
But you can't have both. You can't have a revitalized area that's cheap.
That's why I think you could find a way to do it. That's why we don't have a pure That's why we don't have like a pure capitalism. That's why we have like an adjusted capitalism,
right?
But for things like that, because it's the same thing. Like if all these people that are like the market, let the market do whatever. I mean, they have their opinion, but to me, you can't do that because then people are people and they just screw everybody else for themselves. You know what I mean?
That's how it works.
It's how it works, but
the market.
I don't think it's how it should work.
But that's how it does work.
Well, that's how it does work.
It's not possible in the United States of America to have an area that is revitalized and very, very nice and also affordable for lower income people.
I think there's got to be a way to do that.
How?
I don't know. Come up with some rules. Come up with some sort of system.
Well, where's the money coming to revitalize it, though?
I don't know.
No businesses are going to go to a place where there are people who can't afford to shop there.
Well, it's not. I think you could just mix it somehow. You know what I mean? I don't know.
You can't do it.
You can't do it.
The closest you can do is East Nashville, which is not a good example at all, but it does have projects nearby.
So
that's the closest you can do is government housing.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Nearby.
So you have to have. I see your point. But again, no surprises here. I hold out hope.
Yeah, there's no hope there. It's impossible.
I mean, maybe you just.
The only way it would be possible is if we lived in a communist state where the government could go, no, you don't. You have this money now. You do not have that money. Two different people.
Maybe
that's the only way.
I mean, okay.
I can't think of another way.
Well, I can't. I'm not very good at thinking right now.
And I mean, quite frankly, I don't care either way.
Well, I do.
Gentrification, it's going to happen.
Nathan's not pro Oregon.
But you know what?
What?
The areas that are gentrified,
yeah.
Other areas that have been nice will go down in value.
That's true.
A cycle.
It just shifts around.
That is true.
That is true. And the thing that I feel conflicted about is I don't want to. I've already participated in a big way by buying this house. But I also, I love the idea of being able to walk to some little coffee shop that's like really close to me, or go to, I don't know, some little boutique that's close to me or something. You know, I love all that stuff.
Right.
I want it to be right here, but like, I also don't want to push people out of their homes.
And I assume now that you own your house, you would like the value of said house to go up.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I would.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we'll, and fingers, no one knows what's going to happen except you.
I am psychic.
Yeah, you are.
I'm the only thing connected with all of.
You're daftly psychic. You are super.
I'm connected
psychic.
with all of the energies.
Yeah. You have a techno-organic hand spear that enters people's minds.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's terrifying.
It is grisly.
It's very
the way you do it. The way you can do it is grisly.
I like to twist it when it gets in there.
Yeah, that's
just like stab and twist.
That was something you didn't have to do.
I don't have to. I choose to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little something.
That's why it's weird.
It's how I give back to myself. Just a little twist. It's fun. It's a good time.
It's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Brain spear. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. So,
your house.
Oh, my house. Yeah.
Going up in value.
Oh, do I care if it goes up in value or not? I don't know that we'll ever move again.
But you would be bummed out if it went down in value.
I would, I guess. Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden you're worth nothing.
I'm not worth much anyway.
I know. Imagine if they took away your one thing.
You mean this podcast?
Yeah.
I thought we could close tonight with some of the affirmations from
I'm not gonna like this.
The befuddling L. Ron Hubbard.
Oh no, I'm not gonna.
You don't want to go here?
No, do it. L. Ron Hubbard creeps me out.
Oh, he creeps me out too. That's why I'm doing this.
And affirmations creep me out in general anyway.
Affirmations creep you out?
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have enough time to go into that.
They're all just over the top.
Oh, well, his definitely are. Let me read you a few. And he has books of affirmations, by the way. Books upon books. Here's one. My mind is still brilliant. Okay.
That's assuming, by
that
the way,
it was ever brilliant. Yeah.
You're starting from a very, very conceited place.
From a high place. Yes, you definitely are. Here's another. I do not need to have ulcers anymore. My response to that would be, it doesn't matter if you need to have them anymore. I don't know that you ever needed to have them.
Have you ever heard a person just going, man, you know what I really need? Some freaking ulcers.
Ulcers.
Give me some ulcers.
Give them to me. I mean, I get what he's saying, kind of, in that, like, he's trying to, I guess, he's trying to think his way out of having some sort of physical ailment, but that's what medicine's for.
Yeah.
Here's another, and this one I find kind of fascinating. The numbers 7, 25, and 16 are not unlucky or evil for me.
Well, that's actually true.
That is true.
Because
that's a good reminder.
Fun fact.
Right.
People who think that are superstitious nut jobs. So.
Right. I also liked how he didn't list them in ascending order. 7, 25, and 16. It just makes them seem even a little more random than they actually are. And I started to think about this a little bit more, Nathan. And again, this is too much to go into for now. But I'm reading these affirmations from this guy, who I think is one of the top nut jobs of all time. I'm reading them, and I'm starting to see, maybe this is the connectedness thing coming out again,
that you have a little bit of
thread between the way his mind works and the way my mind works. This is coming from the guy who's afraid of wearing shorts, right? I could see myself getting to a point where I'm a little weary of certain numbers.
I can see
you
doing
see me
that
get
too.
to that point too.
Yeah.
That was a weird connection to make.
So
that was befuddling today.
Just remember,
existentially. Yeah.
Just remember, existentially,
right?
Numbers,
yes,
mean nothing. We have just randomly decided this is now a number.
Okay.
It has no meaning, no cosmic significance,
right,
in any way.
Okay, I think
it's just a human creation.
Yeah. So they're kind of like airplanes?
They're like airplanes, but less likely to crash and kill you.
Sushi jackknife.
Sushi jackknife.